Hi friends, welcome to today's video. So in today's video, I will be attempting to sew my vacation wardrobe. So I will be heading to Japan in about a month from now, and I have quite a few things planned. I don't know if I can finish everything by then, but I'm going to try. So without further ado, let's get started on the first project. So for the very first project, I've been wanting a see-through dress that I can layer over top of anything that I'm wearing, kind of like a Fruits magazine vibe. So I actually saw this picture on Pinterest that I thought was quite interesting with the tie front details, and it does not look too complicated to make. So that's what we are going to attempt today. I've bought this beautiful green fabric that I've already cut out prior. Honestly, do not know what I'm doing, but in my head it kind of works, I think. I took my bust measurements times 2, and for the length it can be as long as you want, and then I gathered the top and then the waist. And I'll be using bias tape for the ties and straps. So I started off by hemming the center front of the dress first. I actually missed out a few clips after this, but I basted 2 rows of gathering stitch, and then I slowly gathered it down. So I've already marked out where the dress is supposed to end, and then the rest of it are like the ties. Basically, I fucked up this part because the bias tape I bought was too narrow, and I actually wanted like a thicker bias tape. But anyway, I just had to make do, so I'm just gonna attach it this way. No, this way until it meets the end of the bias tape. So this is where I realized that I actually did this step wrongly. I actually shouldn't have gathered the dress first. I should have attached the bias tape first and then gathered the dress down to the measurements of the bias tape. I'm so nervous. You see this? If there is one thing that you need to get a Teflon foot. I was having issues earlier because my machine kept like sucking my fabric in, and I was kind of sewing up the straps earlier. Beautiful, look at this. Look at this, beautiful. Okay, so I am just done with pinning the other side of the bias tape here, and then I'm going to sew it in, and hopefully it works, because I am super not confident. So I tried it on. It looks okay so far. But now I'm going to add the second layer of bias tape. But before that, I will need to gather the waist part first. I've already measured from my chest to my waist. It's about 8 inches down. So I'm just going to get that done now. So this is how it's looking like currently. So if it's gathered here already, so now I'm just going to cut the bias tape and then measure how much I want around my waist. Hello. So I am back with project number 2. So for project number 2, I will be making a bag. Again, there is no pattern for this, but there is a video tutorial by Sydney Graham. She said that it is beginner friendly, so that's what I am. So I've got 2 fabrics for this bag, one for the inner lining and one for the outer shell. For the inner lining, I'll be using this really cute orange printed fabric. I've actually got this fabric quite a while ago and I didn't really know what to do with it. I just bought it because I really like the print and so because the base of this fabric is like a soft pink, I wanted the outer shell to kind of match it. So I got this like pink gingham. Super cute. The squares are really small. I wanted really small square gingham because I just think that it's very dainty, very demure, very mindful. Okay, anyway, I'm not gonna go through the steps to make this bag because you can watch her video instead. Clearly, I'm not the best person to be teaching, so you can go ahead and watch her video. I did something a little bit different from the tutorial. So instead of just one piece of like a canvas fabric, I added an interfacing because my lining piece is actually not very thick. It's just a cotton drill, so it's not like very sturdy. So I added interfacing so that the lining piece is a bit sturdier. And then for the pocket, the video tutorial actually calls for one pocket piece, one big rectangle pocket piece, and then you will hem the top inwards. But what I did was, instead of cutting one piece, I actually cut 2 pieces out so that I can also line the pocket piece so that the pockets are also a bit thicker and sturdier. So I hope that my machine can take all this fabric because it's honestly quite thick. But yeah, let's try. Okay, so currently I have this thing, which is like the inside of the bag. So now I need to basically do the same thing for the outside of the bag. Got my inner shell and my inner lining and my outer shell, so I'm going to stuff them together. this is pretty much it. As you can see, the inside. It looks like this. So this is going to be my first time sewing buttonholes, so I'm a bit nervous, but I'm going to test it out on a scrap piece of fabric first, and I think it should be fine. I am supposed to pull this down. I feel so dumb. The next steps is supposed to be sewing on the straps. Sorry, not sewing on the straps. The next steps is supposed to be hooking on the straps. In Sydney Graham's video, she didn't interface these straps, but I thought that, you know, if the bag is going to be very heavy, I wanted something a little bit sturdier, so I actually interfaced it. This interfacing is actually a really old interfacing that it has kind of like yellowed already, but you know, I'm just going to use it anyway. So I've off camera gone to flip the straps inside out, and as you can see, because I have the interfacing, it's actually quite sturdy. And then I've also ironed it down. What I'm going to do different from the instructions is that I'm going to make the straps adjustable. So I got these, I actually don't know what they're called, but the thing that you use to make straps adjustable. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off maybe like 3 inches off here. So this is where the one of these things is gonna go. I'm not sure what it's called. And then the other one will be is like this. Supposed to take the strap right here, and then take this sandwich it right sides in, right side facing down, and yeah. Not long enough, sia. This is my 3rd try for the binding. Yeah, honestly very annoying. But anyway, the instruction says 24 inches, but somehow 24 inch is a little bit too short for me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because my curve is wider or what. But anyway, I cut 25 inches and then it wasn't enough still, and then I now am at 28 inches. So now I've attached the bias tape on both sides, and then I'm going to sew that in right now. So this is what I've done so far. Honestly, not the neatest work, but you know, it's okay. First try and first time making a bag. So I'm gonna cut off the edges to reduce the bulk. So instead of making ties from the same fabric, I wanted to use velvet ties for the drawstring of the front of the bag, so that there is a little bit of like a contrast here. Like quite nice. Like this. So you can see like there is a nice contrast. I like pink and red combination, and especially like this kind of like burgundy red. It's very, very, very classy. Secure. Then I'm going to add in the ties. Okay, so I'm adding the elastic. This is just supposed to be 15 inches. Agak-agak lah, huh? Oh, very hard 欸，我的手好痛。No, fuck. Again? Fuck. It is successful. Yay. Yay. Okay. Yay. So now I'm going to sew up this into a square.